There are a lot of videos out right now about Fallout London and how to play it. However, there's not very many on how to install it, especially if you own it on Steam like I do. So I'm going to attempt to show you how to install it. Now, in order to install it, you're going to need three or four things. You're going to need a copy of Fallout London, copy of Fallout London on GOG. You don't need to have Fallout 4 on GOG. You're going to need the Fallout London downgrader and the add-ons, and you're going to need all of the DLC on Steam, except for the graphics one. You don't necessarily need the graphics one, but it makes the game look better, so I have it. So, just to show you, this is my Fallout 4. I have it updated on the latest version, which is quickly going to become a problem when it comes to installing it because it doesn't support the latest version. So, first, just some prerequisite things. If I was you, I would disable Steam Cloud for now, just because you don't want it to mess about with your other Fallout 4 game saves, especially if you play it on something like a Steam Deck or another computer. You don't want your Fallout London game saves on something where you don't have Fallout London. So, I have these things downloaded. First thing I'm going to install is the downgrader. It may take a while. You need to put in the path of your Steam folder. So for me, that's on this drive, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, and yeah, we need to find the Fallout 4 folder and continue. So you're going to need to log into Steam in order to show this. So I am going to have to blur this out later because I don't want my Steam username. Yeah. I'm going to need to log into Steam. I think you can get away with it without, but it just makes life easier. And you can see on this window that it opens that it's going to show you what status it's doing. And then what you need to do is you need to click downgrade Fallout 4. Now, I'm going to cut to when this is finished, because this is going to take a while, even though I have relatively fast internet. You need... that's going to download 7 different sections. For me, when I did this earlier, the third one was the one that took the longest, and the others were relatively speedy, but just bear with it till it's done. Okay, so now that's done. Sorry I had to block out a bunch of this window earlier. It was moving, and I don't want my Steam ID showing. So yeah, so now you want to go to finish, and it should close up, and then you can go on to play Fallout 4. And I'm just gonna check the resolution stuff, and if you click play, hopefully it should have an indication that it's on the older version when it lets me close this panel, because it should say Fallout 4 updates, online services are currently disabled, game update required to connect to Bethesda. That's what you want to see. Yeah, so now we need to move on to installing GOG. So if you follow the link in the description, I'm going to have both of these linked if I remember. Now you can download GOG Galaxy, and then from there you can install the installer for Fallout London. And it went black, but it was just an authentication thing. So now it's just going to install GOG Galaxy. You're going to need to log in, and then we are going to be able to install Fallout London. That'll take a while. I am going to hopefully go through it, and hey, I stalled by talking. In order to launch the login to GOG Galaxy thing, I'm gonna have to censor this yet again. Okay, so now we're logging into GOG. It's gonna launch the GOG Galaxy, and if you followed the thing correctly, it should pop up with this saying, we've got Fallout London, we need to install it. I'm gonna install it on my other drive because I like it that way. Just create a folder called GOG, select folder, and then install. Now, this is going to take a fair while because it's 30 gigabytes. I don't know how long this will take for you, but it's not giving me an accurate time estimate, but I will come back when it's done. So now we've installed the main installer for Fallout London. It's 30 gigabytes, which is as much as the base game. So now we're going to launch it, and it's going to go up and say install. And it's going to say that it's going to install it in our Steam library where Fallout 4 is. And it also here warns us to turn off cloud saves, like I mentioned earlier, and that if we want to play the stock game again, we're going to have to uninstall it and reinstall it. I've experienced this. I tried to just verify the game install, through Steam and see if I could just get away without downloading most of it. I couldn't. I had to completely uninstall it. So it's kind of unreversible, but also pretty reversible. So if I click install, and now it's going to process the files. I don't remember how long this took, but that looks like that's taken a fair while. Okay, so now I've got Fallout London installed. We should just be able to click play, and as you can see, Steam's launched it, and the game's launched. And I think this is gonna mess. Yep, it's a bit messed up because it decided to launch the game in 1080p when my monitor's 1440p. Looks fine for me, but absolutely not for you. As you can see, we've got Fallout London. You're probably going to want to start a new save, because if you try and continue your old one, it's a different map in it. So, yeah, that's Fallout London. Again, if you want to, if you want to go back to normal Fallout 4, you're gonna have to reinstall it by however installed files, browse, you can just delete it there, or just manage and install, then reinstall it. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Hopefully that works. If you have any questions, I will try to answer them in the comments. I honestly don't know much about this, as this has just kind of worked first try for me, but you may not have the same luck. Goodbye.